I'm alive. Look, I want to start off this video by telling you guys I appreciate everybody who reached out to me in the past 2 months that I haven't uploaded and making sure that I was okay. I know I didn't give you guys a whole lot of an explanation as to why I have not been posting for the past 2 months. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody who sent me a message, most of them I saw, I didn't see all of them because you guys are just amazing and it means the world that you guys care about me and my content like that. So we're back. I'm going to update you guys in 3 technically different sections. So number 1, I'm going to be doing where I've been. Number 2, I'm going to do why I needed a break and why I took the break. And number 3 is, of course, going to be what the future holds for the Jackson Desjardins YouTube channel. So starting off with kind of like where I've been and giving you guys a little bit of a life update, I'm just going to be totally authentic with you. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be raw. I ain't going to hide it from you anymore. I ain't going to do it. I'm going to be totally honest with you, whether you know it or not. I have grown a mustache. And whether you love it or hate it, doesn't change the fact that it's on my face. Chloe hates it. She's hated it. I've grown 2 of them in the past 2 months. The first one was thicker than this one, and this one's kind of like accompanied by like a bunch of scruff, which I think looks a little bit better, in my opinion. That's just me. But guys, for real though, what I've been working on a ton in my time off is, most of you know I have a program called the Fat to Fit Blueprint, and it's an online weight loss program where I walk you through setting up your weight loss plan, the nutrition, the exercise, everything, and most importantly, of course, setting up your game plan to make the mindset shifts that you have to make in order to have this fat to fit transformation, because that's really the point of my program. I like to teach you how to fish instead of giving you a fish, you know? And we've had some awesome transformations, and basically on the back end, I've just been adding a bunch of new resources from audio trainings to fat to fit interviews so you guys can get not just my take on it, but so many of our success stories and people from my channel, just a bunch of people I interviewed on their success and what they did, how they did it. Instead of me trying to tell you how much Buddy has grown and how much Buddy has changed and how much he's become a part of the family and all those things considered, please enjoy this overly dramatic collage of Buddy's transformation over the past 2 months.
Stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. What goes up must come down. There's lots of friendly faces all around, and nothing's ever lifting me higher than a touch of your sweet desire. Well, we're all built and right. We just have to hold on through the night. As long as we are watching the fire, we'll be safe from the devil's choir. I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling.
That's yours, cowboy.
We can make it together. Yeah, yeah. When things go wrong, it's easy to sing a sad song. Seems like nothing comes free. Yeah. And it won't take long. Your fragile soul will soon be strong.
Oh boy.
I'll carry you so tenderly. What I wanna say is that I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling.
Hope you guys enjoyed that bad boy. He's getting to be quite the stud, Bud the Stud, they call him, as a matter of fact, and we've been having a good time. But he really like is part of the family. Me and Chloe just like love him more than anything. He doesn't like swimming though. He's like, I'm trying to get him in the pool a little bit. If you guys have any tips for me, send me a DM, leave some comments below how I can get Buddy to like the water more, because he's a retriever, man. I'm really excited for him to get in the water. But aside from Bud the Stud, I have been revamping my fitness routine, actually. It's just, I found myself in this game of comparison and over consuming content online. So every time I would want to try something new or like revamp my lifting split or my program or whatever, I would always end up finding a new shiny object and think that that was right. And And I just like fell down this rabbit hole that I used to fall down when I was overweight. And I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I need to focus, right? So I've revamped what I'm doing drastically, and I'm on a really good path right now. I'm feeling great. My workouts have been incredible. My eating has been great. It's just been a really good time, and I'm really, really glad I had the time to do that. And along with everything, I've been working on the biggest passion project of my entire life. That's really the main thing that I've been up to while I have been away from YouTube. And I couldn't be more excited to show you guys what's to come in the future, because it's going to be legendary. It's truly going to be like my life's work, and I just can't wait to show you guys when the time comes. So I guess if you want to know more, just like keep hanging with me for a while, and then you'll find out soon enough. And guys, ultimately, like the last thing I want to say about where I've been is sometimes we have this blueprint for our life. Like most of us, like every single person watching this, most of you have a blueprint for your life. You've like designed this blueprint of how you want your life to go. Like whether you think you do or not, you've always kind of thought of it. Maybe you have a career path you have in mind. Maybe you have a certain lifestyle you have in mind, but there's a blueprint that you have. And when something kind of happens to change that blueprint, for example, like I wanted to be a marital counselor. That was what I went to school for. I wanted to go into counseling. Like I wanted to be a clinical psychologist type thing. And I started YouTube, and then my life kind of went here, and it went a little bit more to fitness. And then I kind of found entrepreneurship through YouTube and everything. And that's really been where a lot of my focus is going for the future. That's that big project. It's a business I'm going to start. And you guys are going to be a huge part of it. But I guess we all just kind of have this story that we tell ourselves in our mind about how we want our life to go. And it's a really hard thing sometimes to pivot that story, to like change that story. But ultimately, sometimes your life blueprint needs to be rewritten, and it's not fun. I mean, think of like a breakup. Your blueprint was with this person forever. You wanted to plan your whole life around this person, and then you guys break up, and it's like, oh my gosh, my blueprint is totally screwed up. I have to revamp my whole life. This is painful. I don't want to change. I don't want this, right? It's an uncomfortable thing, and it goes so much farther than just a relationship or your career. But ultimately, like the lesson I want to just kind of give you guys from the time that I've had off is I want you to remember to keep your eyes on your own paper, right? It's really easy to see somebody else's story and try to like recreate their story in your life, right? Whether you have a favorite influencer or whether you have a role model or anything like that. But just remember, your story is always going to be different from anyone else's story. So instead of like, guys, I know we were in high school cheating on some assignments. Look, I ain't dumb. I did it too, right? But instead of like looking over your shoulder, trying to see what's on their paper and not really getting a full grasp of it and kind of writing a shitty paper, why not just focus on your own paper, right? That's the only way you're going to really be able to write a good story, is when you just keep your eyes on your own paper. So that is what I have really, really done on my time off, is I've just focused on myself, and I've just like, what is the paper that I'm writing? Like, what is this blueprint that I want to create in my life now? So not to get too deep, but that's just kind of like where I've been. And I want to be totally honest with you guys. Now for the more morbid side, not morbid, but just like, you know, more serious side of everything. Why did I take a break? Once again, I'm sorry I didn't let you guys know. I know I just like ghosted YouTube and just ghosted social media for like minimum like a month until I really did anything. I was totally silent, couldn't be found anywhere, and just like nomaded. I just like full sent it out of here. And I guess it was partly because I just reached 50K and I was really excited about it. It was a really big milestone, and for all the work that I've put into YouTube thus far, it's not always a reflection of the amount of work you put into YouTube, right? It's like there are people with tons of videos who don't have hardly any subscribers. There are people who have 150, 200 videos like me who have 50K. There are people who have 10 videos and have like 200,000 subscribers. You just never know. That's why it's really important to not compare yourself to anybody, because you're just not on their chapter yet. You guys have heard me say it. I know I sound like a broken record with this sometimes, but it's just really important that you don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 12. That's really what I'm trying to say. So for a little while there, I had to just take my own advice. I was comparing my chapter 3 to somebody else's chapter, 18, and it just wasn't working for me. And I was getting discouraged because of the work that I was putting into YouTube for not the growth that I wanted to see, right? Like I wasn't growing fast enough. And what is fast enough? I mean, it's just a matter of consistency, right? And that was the main thing about my process when I was posting for the last 2 years, right? It was just every Sunday. Like I don't miss a Sunday. Sometimes I would do 2 a week, but like I don't miss a Sunday. And that served me so well, but it also kind of set a trap for me, because my quality of content, in my eyes at least, maybe not your guys, but probably your guys, like my idea of the quality of the content went down because I would procrastinate until the end of the week, and then I would bang out a video. And guys, I'm not joking. I am literally so dead ass with you. 90% of the videos that you guys have watched on my channel was, oh shit, it's Friday, I have to film a video. Oh shit, it's Saturday, I need to get some more B-roll or some other clips. And oh man, Sunday morning, got to edit the whole video and crunch it, right? That's literally how 90% of my channel is. Maybe more. Like, honestly, like, if I wish Chloe was here, like, she'd be like, no, way more than that. And ultimately, my workflow is just terrible for YouTube. So I have revamped my productivity system on the back end, especially just to be able to be much more productive and just use my time more wisely so I can work smarter and not harder, you know. And to keep this train moving as to why I needed a break, guys, like, listen to me right now. I needed a break, like mainly needed a break because I needed to detach my own self-worth from subscribers, likes, comments, views. I needed to detach from that because I would see some of the creators who started at the same time that I did in the same niche as me and making damn near the same videos as me, just crushing it, doing way better than I was. And it's, once again, it's just this comparison game. And I just want to be fully authentic with you guys. Like, my worth started becoming dependent on these likes and follows and comments and subscribers and stuff. And to be honest with you, tasting success on YouTube is a blessing and a curse because I can totally understand why celebrities do the crazy shit that they do. Like, you take a random celebrity that is popping off, or a child star or something like that, and then they're not in the limelight anymore, so then they go do something nuts because they want to be in the limelight. That's because their self-worth is attached to the limelight. Right? So if your self-worth is all this attention on you and all this press and all this stuff, then when you don't have that, you feel like you're less of a human. And YouTube can be the same way. When you're popping off and you're getting all these notifications on your phone and all these people are telling you how awesome you are and stuff, it's like you kind of get this inflated image of yourself. And that's not something that anybody should really feel about themselves. Like, nobody's better than anybody. So I found that when I wasn't popping off at times versus times that I was popping off, like, I literally liked myself less. Like I thought less of myself. So, oh, land, you motherfucker. This one's elusive. But essentially, all I'm trying to say for this is don't attach your self-worth. Not that you are, but just don't fall down the rabbit hole that maybe I slightly did in the past, and where I see a lot of content creators and just like low-key famous people fall down this path. Like, just don't attach your worth to any external factor. It's got to be inside. Like, I know that sounds frou-frou shit, guys. I know, but it's just true. You need to be able to gain your own worth from how you see yourself, right? That's why I like talking to you guys about building your super self. It's not about being arrogant or trying to impress people. It's because when you like you, that's how you bring your best self to the world. That's how you live a happy life and become fulfilled, is you like you. Like, most people drink and do drugs and all that stuff because they're just trying to cover up how much they don't like themselves. And if you can escape your reality, even for a split second, then it's just like the best thing ever because you silence all that internal noise and all the negativity in your mind. It just shuts it up when you're drunk. It shuts it up when you're high. All that stuff. So just remember that you're enough as is. And I'm always down for improvement. I'm always down for helping you guys improve yourselves and, you know, encouraging you guys to improve, but improve on your terms because success is relative and it's not a dollar sign. It's not a six pack. It's not any of those things. It's just like whatever actually makes you happy internally. You know what I mean? And if that's Super Smash Bros. And Takis sometimes, that's Super Smash Bros. And Takis sometimes. It's okay. But ultimately, I really found myself through this time off in so many ways. And I'm just really ready to step into who I want to be here on YouTube and not let my posting and my attitude be dependent on whether I'm popping off or not, because I'm here for you guys regardless of how many subscribers I get in the future. I just want to take care of the ones that I've got, which are you guys. So speaking of that, let's go to the last part of the video, which is what does the future hold for the Jackson Desjardins YouTube channel? Well, I'll tell you. Thank you for asking. So number one is the obvious one. We're back to my Sunday uploads. Like, I'm going to be setting a much better system for uploads, and I'm going to be focusing on some different content, some like really like passion project project content. I just want to help you guys live a better life. And I want to bring value to you in entertainment, whether it's a fun conversation with me and Chloe or my friends, or I've got some fun ideas planned, I promise. But I'm not a huge fan of the vlogging, right? I'm not a huge fan of like bringing you guys with me everywhere I go. It's just, I don't like camera in the gym with me. It's like you either have a good filming session in the gym or a good workout, but you can't have both. So I'm going to be spending a lot more time focusing on providing the content that I want to create for you guys, and in a way that I think I bring value, instead of basing it off of what everybody else is doing, if that makes sense. And essentially, I'm just going to be more authentic with you guys. But along with being more authentic, my posting schedule, yes, I'm going to upload every Sunday, and I'm also going to start posting some short form content on all the short form platforms. So I'm going to be posting on Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, probably TikTok, all these kind of platforms, just like the shorter form content, because I really enjoy making short form content much more than I do like mid-form content, so they're like 10 to 20 minutes. I love long conversations and clips of those conversations. And to be honest with you, I just want to bring my flair to however I'm making the videos. And I think you guys are really going to like it. I've really got some great ideas coming forward, but I'm done playing games. I'm done like with this old version of me comparing myself and getting discouraged from somebody else maybe doing better than me or something like that. Like, it's something that most people's egos can't admit, but I'm kind of dropping that shit, because I'm at a point in my life, guys, where I like me, and you don't have to like me, but I like me, and you should like you. And finally, the third thing that is changing for the Jackson Desjardins YouTube channel is the Happy Grind Movement podcast is coming to the Jackson Desjardins YouTube channel. My mother and I, in the next several weeks, I'm not going to give you guys a hard date, but in the next several weeks, we're going to be starting to film our podcasts, and we're going to post the whole podcast episode, long form content, on Wednesdays on my channel, and then we're going to be repurposing the clips throughout those episodes in exactly what I was saying before, some other short form content, whether it's on my personal Instagram, whether it's on YouTube Shorts or TikTok, or wherever it's going. That's really what we're going to be focusing on. So I'm just so excited, guys. Like, genuinely, like I'm actually feeling good because I'm excited to make content. I went through such a period where I was not excited to make content, and you guys need to understand, and you probably even knew that just because the content might have reflected it. But that's what I'm talking about with being authentic. Like, I'm actually excited. You know, it feels really good to be back on camera and to be hanging with you guys. And I appreciate all of the likely few views that I'm going to get on this video, because YouTube's pissed off at me for not posting, and the algorithm's like, yeah. But if you have the capability, I highly encourage you to grow a mustache just because you want to, not because you got to, you know what I'm saying? And just whatever your mustache is, I grew mine because I was like, I want to do me, and I don't even want to think about what anyone thinks about it. And it's been great. I kind of feel like Mario, but I'm owning it like a fart in church, like I say. So look, guys, I'm glad to have you back. I'm glad to be back. And here's my imaginary pint of Guinness too. Here's to the future of the Jackson Desjardins channel, and here's to the future of your guys' success in your own life and becoming the person you want to be. You got nothing but love from me. Cheers. And on that note, you beautiful people, I'm going to leave you guys like I leave you every single video. Let's keep getting better together. Let's keep on grinding, baby. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.